Hey friends, Heatherlyn here, heatherlynmusic.com. Today we're adding another song to our Bandcamp page so you can preview a little bit more of the Storydwelling album. This track is called Home With You Continues, and I've decided to add this one next because the first two that we had on there are kind of from my personal story, and this one will transition us from a bit of my story into some other stories of people that we know or have encountered, those stories that have inspired us. The first verse my husband actually asked me to write, so I did that for him. It talks a little bit about our life on the road together. And then the second verse was inspired by some really great friends of ours who we love so much, and they lived for a while in the northern woods of Minnesota, right at the Boundary Waters, right next to Canada. And one summer we were visiting with them, and I asked them to tell me just a few specific things about where they live. And I wrote it that weekend, and it turned out to be a really lovely verse, one of my favorites. And then the third verse on here was inspired by our time with some friends from joinoneforone.org, and we really hope you'll check them out, learn more about them, and show them some love. We dwelled for a time, just a little while in their story, visited a tent city in Seattle, heard some beautiful stories, and learned a lot about the misperceptions and misunderstandings that they feel and experience from others who don't get what it's like to be unhoused and to live outdoors. So, and we heard a couple stories that were just really beautiful about a lot of healing and redemption that was found in that place. And so the third verse was inspired by our time there. We hope you'll enjoy Home With You Continues. Perhaps it'll lead you to dance with the one that you love. And perhaps it'll lead us to consider and ponder a little bit more as we keep learning to listen with love to stories of those around us, both nearby and far. So thanks, guys, and peace to you and yours always. We'll see you down the road.
And how pedestrians retreat.